Welcome back, boys and girls, and today I'm gonna compare three great double-action single-action pistols in the P-01, HK USP Compact, and Springfield XDE9. Now, most of you know that I'm a firm believer of double-action single-action for concealed carry, and I consider it to be the most safe and ready to defend without any complication. So let's get started. So let's talk about the price first. P-01 Omega, you could buy this for about $750 to $800. HK USP Compact, and you could get this for about $750. And lastly is Springfield XDE9, and you could get this for about $500. And they're all double action, single action. Having a heavy first double action pull is very unlikely you're gonna have accidental fire, but if you need to use it, all you have to do is just pull the trigger hard and you're ready to defend yourself. Okay, let's make sure they're all safe. Safe. Now the overall length on CG is 7.2 inches long, HK is 6.81, and Springfield is 6.75. Now height, they're all about the same, it's about 5 inches. Now barrel length, CG 3.75, HK 3.58, Springfield 3.3 inches. These two are double stack and this is single stack, and that makes a difference in the width of the pistol. Now if you look at the width, CG and HK is about 1.38, but Springfield is a little bit under 1 inch, and that makes a big difference. Now let's weigh the pistols. CG, 1 pound and 9.2 ounces. HK, 1 pound and 6.8 ounces. Springfield, 1 pound and 6.6 ounces. So honestly, weight-wise, there's not a big difference that I would pick one over another. But the amount of ammunition will make the big difference with the weight. CG, 15 round, HK, 13 round, Springfield, 9 rounds. Now that's where the weight difference is gonna come. So let's talk about the magazine. Obviously 15 round, 13 round, 9 rounds. We all want 15 round magazine, but that's gonna add the weight. Also, it's gonna show more print as well. So concealing it is gonna show a little bit more. Whereas a single stack, you sacrifice the amount of ammunition, but honestly, it's not bad at all. And concealing it, this would be my choice. So as for the concealment, my first choice will be Springfield. And since they're both about the same, I will go with 2 more rounds. So second will be CG, and the third will be HK. Now, as for the decocker, okay, as you've seen it, it's very smooth, very easy. And next it was the Springfield, and then it was HK. Next, let's talk about the hammer. CG and Springfield have exposed hammer, so if you want the first shot to be a single shot, you have a choice where you could cock it and then take an accurate shot, whereas HK is kind of buried hammer, so cocking this under pressure can be a problem. Now let's talk about the safety. CG does not come with a safety, it's just a decocker. Whereas Springfield and HK, you could use the decocker as a safety as well. Safety on, safe. Safety on, safe. Springfield is easier to release safety compared to HK. If you're gonna conceal carry in double action, I would not recommend to put in the safety, but actually have it chambered and decock it. That way when you need it fast, you don't have to think twice, just pull the trigger really hard and you're ready to defend. As for the decocker and the safety, CG is ambidextrous, Springfield is also ambidextrous, whereas HK is only one-sided. Next, let's compare the double action trigger pull. First, CG. 5 pounds and 11.4 ounces. Second, HK. 6 pounds and 1 ounce. Springfield. 6 pounds even. Okay, let's check the single action. First, CG. 1 pound and 13.9 ounce. Next, HK. 2 pounds and 15.2 ounce. Next, Springfield. 3 pounds and 0.7 ounce. So it's about 3 pounds. Now, as for the trigger, I have to say CG is number 1. And then we got HK, and lastly is Springfield. Now, honestly, for me, the biggest difference was the double action pre-travel. CG, reset, HK. Reset, Springfield. Reset. As for the double action pre-travel, CG was the shortest, and then HK, and then Springfield. Now, as for the reset, HK was the shortest, and then Springfield, and then CG. Now, let's talk about the sight. Now, they're all 3-dot system, but I really like this front fiber optic orange sight. It was much easier to see. But in the dark, it's not going to make a big difference. Okay, next, let's talk about the grip. Now, a lot of people are not really concerned about the grip, but honestly, for me, when I have a nice firm grip, my accuracy is much better when I'm pointing and shooting. And when I don't have that perfect grip, I know I'm always pulling a shot. So to me, it makes a big difference. Now, as for the grip, I have to say CG is the best, and then Springfield, and then HK. Now, one thing great about CG is that you could see the swell on the both sides of the grip and the groove on top. So when I grab it, that swell goes right into my palm, and the groove goes in on both sides of my hand. So it gives me a really nice tight grip. On a point shooting, for me, this is most accurate and feels very solid. Now, Springfield, even though it doesn't have a very rough texture, but it does have the little groove for the fingers. So when I grab it, I have all 3 amigos nice and tight. And this also gives me a pretty good grip as well. Now, as for the HK, there's nothing fancy about it. So when I'm grabbing it, it's not bad, but I don't feel like it's molded into my hand. But again, not bad. Okay, let's talk about the slide and the serration. For me, Springfield, and then CZ, and then HK. Now, Springfield again has a nice serration, and racking it is very easy. It'd be perfect for ladies or even a younger shooter. And the frame is nice and thick, so it's less likely to have your finger or your thumb on the slide interfering while you're shooting it. And then it's CG. Again, CG has nice serration front and back, but the slide seems to be a little bit thinner, but the frame is very thick. So it's very, very unlikely you're going to have your fingers on the slide while you're shooting it, interfering the action. And the third, again, the serration is not aggressive as I want it. It's not bad, but it is heavier. And as I'm racking, I could feel my fingers slipping through the serration. And it's got very thin frame, so this might have a little bit of problem for beginners who didn't practice enough and have their fingers on the slide while they're shooting it, interfering it, and maybe causing a jamming. Now, lastly, let's talk about the magazine release. Okay, for me, it's CG, Springfield, and HK. HK, you have to press it down, and I'm not used to that. And again, if you're gonna have several guns, you really should have the same type of magazine release so you don't panic. So for me, if I'm gonna side carry, it's gonna be CG. And if I'm gonna carry inside my belt, it's gonna be Springfield. But if I wanna have one pistol that I could do both, it's gonna be HK. This falls right in between. Alright guys, make your choice. See ya.